A man under fire. Eric Ten Hag's job could be on the line. Fans, former players, some current players too, Sir Jim and Ineos, everyone seems to be scrutinizing every decision and result of Manchester United under Eric Ten Hag. Win or not win, people are not exactly moved anymore by anything that this man does. But what exactly does the future hold for the Dutch tactician who led Man United to third position in his first season in charge, but is struggling to convince anyone that he's the man to lead Manchester United out of the ditch we've fallen deep into? Meanwhile, several names have emerged, including Graham Potter, who not so many of you want to hear about, but another guy, a former legend of the club, a legend of the club, could be the one most of you might favor to take on over the job from Eric Ten Hag. Here I am to talk about Micheal Carrick and why he continues to position himself as a future potential replacement for Eric Ten Hag. Welcome to the United Hotspot. My name is Webb, and here we are. Let's talk managers this time. Forget about transfer talk for a bit. It has dragged on for so long, really. We've talked about transfer and being rumors, so many players. We'll talk about them when there's something concrete to talk about. Let's talk about the real issue at Manchester United now when it comes to management. Now, Eric Ten Hag, good manager, he proved in the first season, but this second season has been quite something for the guy. Guys, I feel like Eric Ten Hag has grown like 15 years older since he joined Manchester United. And see, it's not just him. Management makes you old. I don't know. I don't think there is a more stressing job than managing a team like Manchester United, Arsenal. I think any football club, I think in the elite leagues, will always be a very, very stressful job. You look at managers and how far you're thinking, do they also grow in 2 years? In 2 years, do they get them growth like the rest of us? I think that. But anyhow, so Eric Ten Hag has been scrutinized not for his lack of skill and all. The fact is things have been heading south for him at Manchester United. The biggest issue people have been calling him out for is the lack of progress in how Manchester United plays. Even when we win games, certain people will not be convinced by the performance. For example, the win against Wigan, not so many people felt so convinced by that. We felt we did not dominate the way we should have dominated Wigan. I mean, a small team like that, how do we struggle to beat them the way we did? But the bigger important thing, and Roy Keane is one of the latest legends who came out and spoke about how there is no project going on, and that's the biggest issue. Eric Ten Hag is being criticized not for the lack of results, but for the lack of improvement in how we play. We don't seem to have a clear identity of how he wants to play. Today, we are playing and winning a game like this. The other day, we are struggling and winning differently. The other day, we are losing terribly. We should be losing too. The other day, we are respecting a team and sort of parking the bus. The other day, we are playing on the counter. There is no identity, and that's such a huge problem for a club like Manchester United. You have got to have an identity, and Eric Ten Hag seems to be struggling to get that right. Now, that's where so many people are saying maybe he's not the man to lead this project back up top, where we are supposed to be. And with the new guy in charge, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, certainly he will be watching and scrutinizing. Remember, Eric Ten Hag is not a Sir Jim Ratcliffe manager. And with the fact that Sir Jim is in charge of football matters, he will certainly want to bring in his own man. Now, already, the pressure seems to be mounting on Eric. Every decision he makes is scrutinized, and people are saying he might not go past, next summer. But who are the potential replacements for him? I'll talk about Micheal Carrick today and why I think he continues to front himself as a proper contender. Micheal Carrick, currently managing at Middlesbrough. Suddenly, Middlesbrough is not the most successful team. It's a mid-table team as it is now. It's lying 12th in the championship. That is midway. The championship has 24 teams. They are 12th on the pile. But you don't judge a manager like Micheal Carrick at Middlesbrough on how whether they win a title or not. Yes, they can win a title, and managers have come and gotten small teams winning titles. But I think you want to judge Micheal Carrick more on the performances, how the team plays, how he treats players, how the players relate with him. There are things you look around and you say, okay, if you put in the manager like this in a big club and give them the right resources around, they can actually work wonders. So Micheal Carrick is clearly, and for me, he's one of my favorites, I think. And the reality is there are not so many top managers lately in football today. I think we've gone for all the so-called best managers in the world since Alex Ferguson left, from Louis van Gaal to Jose Mourinho, you name them. I feel, for me, the closest we had to a successful manager at Man United was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he helped us finish at the highest of all the past managers. Uh, Second, on the log, we are playing like Man United. We looked like we had a project going on with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and so many. And Carrick was part of his team, and many people I know did not feel it was exactly the right decision to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Even the players were not exactly happy about the decision. But going back to Micheal Carrick, the thing about Carrick and what I've observed with his time at Middlesbrough is, first of all, the way Middlesbrough plays is closer to the Manchester United way than Erik ten Hag or most of the other past managers we had. Manchester United is known for playing a certain way. Arsenal is known for playing a certain way. Manchester United is known for playing a certain way. Micheal Carrick plays the Manchester United way, perhaps even tries to make it more exciting, because United Middlesbrough will play 4-2-3-1 without the ball. The ball, they go into a back three and pour so many back top, they come at you. Play proactive football. They will come at you. That's why they score so many goals and concede almost as many. Right now in the league, in their championship, they have a goal difference of -1. They have scored 38 and conceded 39. Now that's bad. They are struggling with injuries and all. It's bad to concede so many goals, but it's good to score many. 38 goals is decent. So they have scored 38 and conceded 39. So a goal difference of -1, it looks ugly. But we are talking about Middlesbrough. Probably they don't have the best, midfielders. They obviously don't have the best players in the world. For me, you watch Middlesbrough and you see excitement. Their latest victory over Chelsea, the 1-0 in the Carabao Cup in the semi-final, proved that again. Chelsea was all over them. I think Chelsea could have scored 6 goals. Cole Palmer, was Gallagher, Conor Gallagher missed goals for fun. But you saw the absolute confidence in this Middlesbrough team, and you saw a mad character in this team. That's why they were confident enough to go and win the game at Riverside by a goal to nil. They were comfortable. They were played well on the counter. They were direct when they had to be. They had the intensity. There was excitement and fire in your belly if you're a Middlesbrough supporter watching this team. And that's how it has been since he joined them from last season. So Carrick has got that about him. And I feel, for me, that is something that Erik ten Hag has lacked. We've seen only, I think, 1 or 2 games where United has played like that. And you saw those are the most exciting games for any United supporter globally. So it shows you that that is the way Manchester United is known to play. Micheal Carrick has mastered how Manchester United has got to play. I think that is so important. So in terms of tactics, I think Carrick has the tactics to succeed at a club like Manchester United. I think, if anything, judging by certain wrong decisions we've seen Erik ten Hag make, I can say perhaps Micheal Carrick can be a better, a more decent tactician than Erik ten Hag, because he anyway played one of the most tactical roles in football, the position he was playing. And if you remember, as a player, Micheal Carrick was way ahead of his time. He was playing that technical holding midfield position back then in 2012, 2013, like it was today. He was way ahead of the time, and that's why Sir Alex Ferguson saw him and pinpointed him out and singled him out of all players in the world, and signed him for Manchester United for us to go on and win 3 consecutive titles when he was a core player in that midfield. So he's always been a technical player. Now, away from being a technical and a tactician, you need to have a certain character to succeed at a club like Manchester United. And this is where, probably for me, it has gone wrong for the most part for Erik ten Hag. He has failed to balance between ruthlessness and setting standards and having a character to manage young boys of today. It is so difficult to manage these young players today. You've got to have to strike a certain balance. You can have an iron hand, but balance it. I think, judging by how players spoke about Micheal Carrick, the Paul Pogbas, the Bruno Fernandezes of this world, all the players, the Donny van de Beeks, all players who were at Man United when Carrick was there as assistant to Ole, will tell you they love this guy. I saw Bruno Fernandes hug him like he's his big brother or father. You see a certain chemistry, and this is what these players need. They need to feel like you're part of them, like you love them, they love you, they respect you, because he was a better player than any player you can sack Manchester United. So that chemistry between that man-to-man relationship between him and the players, for me, I think makes him a tick player to come and restart, a tick manager to come and restart what Manchester United wants to start. For me, that's important. And he might not be the manager to lead Man United to so many titles, but in a period of transition, you need a certain head of a manager to come in and first stabilize the ship, get it to a certain level, and maybe then you can start thinking of bringing in managers who are winners, because there are managers who are winners, there are managers who are builders. I think Mauricio Pochettino is more of a builder than a winner. That is why Chelsea went for him, not for Jose Mourinho. Right now, Chelsea needed a Mauricio Pochettino, not a Jose Mourinho. They needed a builder, not a winner. Man United right now needs a builder. Eric Ten Hag seems to be more of a winner than a builder, if you ask me. Maybe he's more of that, more inclined to winning than to building. But United now needs a Micheal Carrick who is going to create a system and an identity, because he knows the culture of Manchester United. He's a legend of the club. He's respected by in and out of the club, by fans. I was seeing Middlesbrough supporters saying in their existence, some old supporter was commenting on one of their YouTube videos that was saying he has never seen Middlesbrough look this exciting in his entire over 50 years of supporting the club. That is it. You need, because he has created something at Middlesbrough that maybe the next managers can build on and just carry on. This is what United needs. For me, I feel like when that time comes, and it will come for Eric Ten Hag to go, I think you want to go and look onto a manager with a cool head like Carrick, come in and stabilize the ship, build things without pressure, because he will certainly have the full backing. Already he has proved to us that he can be decent. He had 3 games in charge at Man United and he won all of them, including, I think, beating Chelsea. So for me, Micheal Carrick every day continues to prove that he should be actually one of the top guys in the plans of Sir Jim and his team. Forget about Graham Potter. What does Graham Potter know about the culture of Manchester United? For me, I am for Carrick, and every day he continues to vindicate, himself as actually a very good potential future manager of Manchester United. Not to win titles, he can be there for a period, maybe 3 or 4 years or 3 years, build something, build this team. If the titles come, if it eventually turns into a winner, well and good. But just right now, United doesn't need a winner. United needs a builder, and Micheal Carrick is that person for us in the future when we part ways with Eric Ten Hag.